Hey pack leaders, this is Him, friends and irony, protecting families, protecting the pack. I want to talk about like when you're doing good on a setting or even trading manually, and you're like, you know what, I'm doing really well. I got this. Let's go ahead and double up on my portfolio here, and let's transfer my money, and let's up on this setting or a bot setting. And all of a sudden, as soon as you do that, you're like, dude, what happened? It was working last week, and now this week it's not working anymore. Well, I want to tell you, it's a little bit of a trap because as you increase your bot position or your margin position, your liquidation distance actually shrinks because of the higher position. There's I believe they call it a margin holding fee or cost or something just to have that amount of contracts, or just to enter that amount of contracts, and that reduces your liquidation price or distance, your liquidation distance. So as you think you're doing well with, let's say, maybe $150 in the distance, and as you double up on that, you actually have less distance, so you increase your risk by increasing the amount, and then you end up losing because the setting was actually made for uh, $150 of room, and now you kind of reduce this down to 75 because you increase your position or something like that. And so we kind of noticed that, and so as we increase our portfolio, we're like, hey, there's like this threshold or this barrier that we can't break through. As we're doing better, we keep losing. We keep get to this point and we get knocked back down. So this thing called auto adjust leverage that I want to share with you here. So I'm going to show you how that works on the leverage trapper bot. So let me move this over on this side, right over here. And so this setting here is the auto adjust leverage, where we set it right now at 275. So this is the percentage decimal of the current price of Bitcoin. So let's say, assume it's Bitcoin's at 10,000, we'll have a distance of $275 of distance before we get liquidated. Okay, so if we're working within this range, it'll always adjust to that. It'll just leverage up or down no matter the size of the position. Okay, so it'll initially do an increase in leverage to a point where it gets past that number, and then it'll back off on the leverage just so that it gets right below it, so that we have a little bit over 275 of price distance before we get liquidated. Okay, so as you know, your trading range, we have auto adjustment options where if the price action is a certain amount, let's say it's only moving between $75, we'll actually up the leverage to a $75 distance, which is about an 80x leverage. Once it starts to move quite a bit between maybe $20 to about $68 in price action, then we'll back off our price distance to $175, and that's about like a 50x leverage. And once it starts to move above $68, like right now it's 86.5, we'll deleverage to $275. So currently at this point we are at 30x for that. Okay, so that's how we can adjust and kind of maximize our return and our risk appropriately based on how the market's moving. All right, well, that's it for this series of the Bybit leverage trapper bot training, and stay tuned to other features that this bot will have, and I'll be building this as part of a series of trainings on what all these options are, and kind of a part of a manual here for the bot. Thanks for watching. The link is in the description if you want to get access to the bot.